Welcome to Grits and Gravy, or whatever the hell this is.
What time is it? Oh, now. 3 B's of you and a...
I just like titties. I don't care if they're men titties, women titties. I like titties. I'm a titty kind of guy.
She told me that the last time she came over drunk, the girl shit in her sink.
Oh my God. Mommy, I had a dream. I need Fat's gorilla in the ball.
How big around? Probably as big as my thigh, which is kind of on the bigger side right now.
Oh, my God.
And he comes back every now and then, look like the Ayatollah, come back.
Welcome to Grit and Grace.
Welcome to Grits and Gravy. It's JB Webb here in studio with Big Country. Vic is on the way. Ironically, the title of the episode here is Ain't No Half Steppin'.
He's fashionably late.
Apparently,
again.
There's half steppin'. If you're two steppin'.
It's Steppin.
If you're steppin' wolf.
That's a new word now. Steppin.
Steppin'. It's when you walk gingerly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Welcome to Grits and Gravy. We've got a lot of going on today. First, let's talk about the ticket giveaway. Ticket giveaway for the Bloody Jug Band CD Extravaganza. It's at venue 578, downtown Orlando, Orange Avenue. And what's that crossroad? Concord?
Yeah, I think so.
No, you don't know.
I don't know.
Do you know?
It's Central and...
No, you're wrong.
Oh, I don't know. It's at the old Firestone, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly right. And that's April 3rd. So we've got tickets to give away. You can call 407-379-9529. Yeah, 407-379-9529. Is that really the number? I guess it is the right number. Welcome. So, yeah, Bubba last minute kind of called out. He's got some AC problems in his vehicle, and Vic took the wrong exit. So it's, again, it's like, hey, let's just do this thing. And we're going to be changing, I guess, the show time as well. We'll just announce that to you now, might as well. Due to a... employment offer, we'll have to change the daytime hour of the show to some other time. So we're going to work all that out and see what the guys want to do.
That's right. JB got an offer to go work in Washington, D.C. with the President of the United States.
Yeah, I'm going to the Over the Boulder Shoulder Holder Convention in Boulder, Colorado. No, I don't know. Anyway, the point being is that so the next couple of weeks, if we do the show, that'll be kind of the last daytime shows that I'll be able to be a part of. So we'll see what the guys do. I'm not really sure because they're not here right now, so I don't know. Anyway, so I'll get to talk to them. So what the hell you were out there at Bike Week last week or whatever, and that went good, I presume.
Yes, it did. It was very good.
Yeah. It's funny because you send me like little picture updates. Know, right? I'm like, wow, is this what you're seeing?
That's right.
My worldview today.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So you had a good time, and then you got something cool coming up. You were telling me about, or whenever.
It's
April, right?
Yeah. I've been asked to MC and host. It's up here in Ponce Inlet, just off of Daytona Beach. Let me pull it up here real quick again, and I'll give you the rundowns of it. It's called the Halifax Sport Fishing Club. You can check them out on
Let me sit down.
Facebook.
Halifax Sport Fishing.
Yep.
Club.
It's the first Halifax Sport Fishing Club Inshore Series tournament. It's the annual Offshore Challenge. This is the 15th annual Offshore Challenge sponsored by Down the Hatch Seafood Company and Marine Max. April 9th through 12th. The 15th annual Offshore Challenge will be Saturday, April 11th, fishing and weigh-ins, $250 entry fee, wahoo, dolphin, king mackerel. Payout will be top first, second, and third places and overall. And then they have the first annual Inshore Series, which will be weigh-ins on Sunday, April 12th. It's $150 entry fee. Trout, redfish, Jack Crevalle, payouts first, second, third place overall. This is a 3-tournament series, but they'll have stuff. They'll have boat show, vendors, raffles, Kid Zones, entertainments, and of course I'll be out there.
That's awesome. So what are the fish again? You told me about these fish. One sounds like you said dolphin.
Yeah, offshore.
Is there a dolphin?
Yes.
They're hunting for dolphins?
Yes, not flipper.
Oh.
It's
not that.
Yeah, it's a type of fish. It looks like a dolphin, but it's not really a dolphin.
Right.
Dolphin. It's not flipper, but yeah, wahoo dolphin and king mackerels for the offshore, and then you got trout, redfish, and Jack Crevalle. Redfish runs real good down through New Smyrna, up under 44. I used to go fishing there all the time underneath the bridge. God, look what the cat.
Look who's walking in.
I know, right?
Mr. Clevenger, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here, boys.
We were just talking about this fishing deal, offshore fishing. He's getting to do.
I wish he'd go offshore.
And we kicked it off. How you been?
Hey, you can turn around and go back and find another exit if you want.
Welcome to the show. I don't know why but why is he picking on you, Vic? What's going on?
He's a goober.
What's going on? How you been, man? You're looking good. You doing good? You got your Bass Pro Shops shirt on there?
Yes, Bass Pro. If you're
Bass Pro?
listening, you need to sponsor our show, and then have us over and do a podcast there live, remote at your store here in Orlando. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I shot a pilot television show last night.
Yeah,
and then,
I was hoping you'd talk a little about that.
And Big Country's doing his fishing gig. I got him hooked up with, and
oh, you got him?
No,
hooked up.
he
I
didn't.
didn't do nothing. I didn't do all
Lying
that.
ass.
I didn't do nothing. No, I'm proud of you, man. Getting hooked up with the fishing thing.
He says now I'll learn how to fish. Of
Yeah,
course,
now-
I admit I've never been good at freshwater like bass fishing, but deep sea fishing, I'm good. I can handle that. So.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, the irony that they're having you there emceeing the weigh-ins
right.
is enough.
Yeah, you should go. Okay. What you should do for the weigh-ins, you should do your podcast on one of those, or not your podcast, but on your. Well, you should do your podcast, but do the DJing while you're standing on scales.
What?
So,
Wow.
well, I mean, like it could be fish scales, it could be like regular scales, one of those old-fashioned scales you'd see at like the Winn-Dixie or something. You could do that.
Wow.
It is a weigh-in after all.
Okay.
That's right. I've lost 30 pounds. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you got this gig, man. It's gonna be It's gonna be great.
Hey, Vic. So, what the hell's this thing all about? This TV comedy pilot thing?
Yeah.
Tell us about what's going on there. Because I guess you did it last night.
Hi, everybody. I'm late.
Hey, Vic Lee. Vic Lee. Vic Lee.
Well, here's the deal. It's a everybody does, well, not everybody, but there's a lot of stand-up shows. You know, Comedy Central does their Comedy Central Presents. They've got all these things. They got this new Laugh TV on Fox that you can watch late at night, where comics come in. They do like 2 or 3 minutes of just a couple of jokes and stuff. But it's just like, hey, let's just go to a club and put all these people in here. And so what I got to thinking is, why not do a family-friendly stand-up show?
Okay.
You know, it's not going to be. There's no innuendos really, and there's no cussing. There's no rape jokes or abortion jokes and all these other things, and no fisting jokes. There's none of this junk. And
It's kind of like based on that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway?
No, not really, because Whose Line, although it was what we saw on television, was very family friendly,
Right.
But that was more improv. This is more just doing a stand up routine, but it's nothing but clean material. Because what I hear a lot going out on the road, because I do travel quite a bit. People's like, man, I really appreciate the fact that you didn't have to use a lot of F words in your show, and you weren't dirty, and you weren't vulgar, and all this other stuff. And I thought that is a niche that nobody really gets into.
That's Bill Cosby's niche, isn't it?
Well, I mean, but it's not. There's no show for it. I mean, you've got comics that do it, there's not a show for it.
Oh, so the kind of Southern Kings of Comedy thing, that wasn't necessarily not blue or family safe or safe for young ears.
Right. So this was, but it's showcasing other comics, not just a group of comics.
Okay.
But it's going to showcase, like, if you guys were doing stand-up, like this week it would be Big Country and JB. Next week it would be James John and Preacher Lawson. The next week after that it'd be Mike Hurley and Ed Thomas with his ventriloquist dummy. And so each week would have 2 comics.
Right.
It'd be a 30-minute show. I would MC the whole thing.
Oh,
And
cool.
then, so it's my show but I feature other comics in it.
Right,
But it's
yeah.
all family friendly.
Gotcha.
So it's getting that little niche in there that nobody else does. So I'm really getting into this whole finding a
who
niche
are
that nobody
you
else is doing.
So
kinda
that means you want me to
creating
come
this
and
with?
MC one of your shows for you. Huh?
Usually you can't. Yeah. Who are you creating this with? What do you?
Well, this
are you going to submit it to stations and stuff?
I am.
Is that kind of the goal?
That is the goal. Right now, it's on. I'm playing with the microphone, and JB's freaking out. He does it every time. I'm like a little kid
No,
with
look.
like a little toy.
It's so much better now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
the goosenecks,
okay,
man.
yeah.
Does that mean
And,
I can mess with mine then?
No,
Please.
no. I've already
Give me
I've already trained
angina
him
over here.
that he's like, all right.
I'm like,
I'm getting
I
used
give
to
him like,
I'm
please
getting
don't.
used to Vic to and I'd bust his clips. They'd fly out all over the room and stuff. But I'm filming it with 24 Flicks, which is a local here in Orlando. It's
cool.
It's a local studio. They do all family-friendly, Christian-based, but mainly family-friendly. They don't want to really call it Christian-based. They want to make it family-friendly based.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't necessarily have to be preachy, but it is something that the whole family can
It's
sit and
not
watch.
like the one
Trinity Broadcasting Network,
the
something like
one
that.
the one group of people that do the Halloween house that's like designed to scare you from hell kind of a thing.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah, no, it's
you
not.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, those are weirdos.
Whatever that was. It's so descriptive. I'm doing great.
Yeah, I don't want to scare you, but look what it's like when you suck a baby's brain out. Wow. So but they're family based. They've worked with who's the coach of the Colts when Peyton was playing with the Colts.
The Colts?
The Colts.
Jim Johnson? No.
No,
it was
Manson.
Dungy.
Dungy.
Tony
Dungy.
Tony
Oh,
Dungy.
not the Colts. The
they've
Colts.
Worked,
Okay.
Right. They've worked with him. They've worked with Billy Bowden.
Billy Bob.
And then they
Thornton.
worked with Toby Mack and Stephen Kirsch Chapman, which is a Christian artist. They've worked
I know
with
Stephen.
They've worked with a lot of different people, and it just kind of fell in our laps. So my agents actually got me hooked up with it, and so we just started talking to them about some ideas because I have an original show of where I hate to say this over the air, but I'm going to anyway.
But don't say it. Don't say it.
It's my idea,
Oh, okay.
and we've got the
But
recording.
you've already got it? Okay.
And but it's more of finding. I got another show in mind. Let's just leave it that way.
Okay, you got
Am
it.
I involved?
No, and
You suck.
I know, but it's kind of doing these different shows, but going different places and stuff. So we got connected with that way. But they've already got a show similar to that on a local level. I want to take mine more national. And I said, well, I have this other idea. And they said, well, we really like that because we've been thinking about doing something like that, but we don't know
Also,
how
you
to
might
do it.
another thing, too.
So yeah, I've got another idea. Now, they're more of a local based, so everything's going to be local, but eventually we're going to spread this show out to syndicate it to a larger network, to a more of a national network. So that's our goal,
Very cool.
to do something like that. So that's what I did last night with 4 great comedians that I want to shout out.
Who were they? Yeah, give
They
a
were
shout.
James Yon.
James John?
James Yon.
Yawn.
Y-O-N, James. Everybody knows how to spell that. No, that's Y-A-W-N.
Oh, okay.
His is more Asian, Y-O-N, but he's not Asian. He's full-blooded.
What?
Black. And and then
Wow.
then there's Preacher Lawson, who's a young kid,
Okay.
very clean.
That's
and he stays clean, and he calls himself Preacher Lawson. He's got a story about that in his show, and I won't go into it. But he's a good comic. If you're listening, want to listen to comics, he's a good, clean comic. Mike Hurley, who he's known as the fire wallet guy because he does this whole bit at the end of his show. It's kind of like a little commercial he does to sell fire wallets, but he makes it as a part of his show.
Fire wallets?
Yeah, where you open up the wallet,
Okay.
and
Fire
it catches
comes out?
fire. Yeah,
Oh, like
and
a
now
little-
he's selling. Now he's got little.
It's a gag thing?
Kinda.
Okay.
You can go to like the magic stores and
Fire
find them,
wallets.
but he makes it as part of his show. And then now he's got a fire watch where it's a real watch, but you click a button and you can shoot a flame up to like light your cigarette. So it's kind of funny. And
Sounds dangerous.
yeah, he's selling.
As long as you don't fart.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold it behind you.
Fire wallet.
Hey, what
yeah.
time is it?
Yeah.
And, so Mike Hurley, James Yon, Preacher Lawson, and an old-timey guy. He's been in show business for over 50 years. He's in the Ventriloquism Hall of Fame,
Wow.
in which is outside of Cincinnati. And then his name's Ed Thomas, and he's got his ventriloquist dummy, Hugo, who's been traveling with him for just about all those years. And so he was really funny. He kicked off the show. I kicked off the show as the MC, and then he was the first comic. And the process was amazing. Like they set it up just like a TV show. Like, all right, welcome to Positively Funny, where we do family friendly comedy. Da 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 da. And I went through like a 3-minute routine of my stuff. And I said, come back as you see the next comedian. So we broke for a minute and a half.
Right.
So they could insert.
Is that your house, Vic?
It is. So they can insert. So they can.
He's looking.
I know where that's at. That's over in Kissimmee. And where they insert a commercial, then I come back, and then I just get up and introduce the next guy. He did like 10 minutes worth of material. And then I came back up and said, hey, man, let's hear it one more time for Ed Thomas.
Yeah.
Everybody clapped. But they did it just like you see on TV.
So like you were like the host.
I was the host.
The curator of the evening, where a bunch
exactly
of, curator of comedy.
Exactly. And so it was our first time, so I was kind of a little awkward. I felt I was awkward. Everybody else said it went fine. But it's kind of funny to start off because each time you start off a new segment, it was like 5, 4, 3. And at 3, the crowd just started erupting in applause. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the stage. And then so it was applauding as I was standing there. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, applause, 2. And then I started talking. Yep. And so it was just like a regular, like you'd see on TV. Yeah, so it was very cool. It was a good experience.
How many people did you have there last night?
I don't know, 3. And they're going to multiply. No, it was. We had probably about 20 or 30 people show up for it. And you bailed on me, so thanks for that. Whatever. Don't even give me any excuses.
Who bailed?
He did. He said, "Oh, I'll be there.
I said I would try to be there.
Was he going to be there?
He said he's going to be there. You can't count on your friends. All these people I didn't even know.
Oh man.
No, it was.
You don't ever help me out. What are you talking about?
Shoot, I got you a fishing gig.
Well, no, you didn't.
And you're on my radio show.
You ever?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah.
Hey, did you ever notice that the state of Ohio has got everything to do with fames, like the Football Hall of Fame,
right.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
of course.
Ventriloquist
Actually,
Hall of
the
Fame.
Ventriloquist Hall of Fame's outside of.
I think it's a tactical decision based on their exact proximity.
Yeah. Well, it's outside of Cincinnati in Kentucky. So it's over in the Ventriloquist Hall of Fame.
Oh, so it's
course
not actually in Ohio.
No, just like Cincinnati International Airport.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
It's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
What is who?
The Cincinnati area International Airport. It used to be called the Cincinnati International Airport.
Yeah, okay.
But it's never been in Cincinnati.
No.
Yeah.
It's been in Kentucky the whole time.
Just like Sanford Orlando International Airport, but the airport's not even in Orlando. So.
Yeah, and so what they've done is they've had to change the name to the Cincinnati Area International Airport. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
And so it's weird.
So you're doing a kind of you're filming this. You're filming episodes, kind of live episodes.
Right.
And stuff? Okay.
We did 2 last night.
Okay.
They're going to edit down as the first 2.
Yeah.
We're going to edit down. We're looking for sponsors. Once we get it edited down, then we can shop it to
right.
like Bass Pro Shop, since I'm wearing a shirt or something like that, to say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. It's a family friendly thing. Bass Pro Shop's a family friendly store. We're looking for sponsorships. And then once we get those secure to get it on the web TV and start filming more episodes, then we start shopping it around to bigger networks like RFD, Spike.
Are you going to do any kind of crowdfunding thing with it, like a Kickstarter?
Like
or
a GoFundMe kind of thing? I haven't even thought about that.
Oh, okay.
So
RFD would be cool.
RFD is a good
cool.
network. And I've already talked to them. I've been to Nashville, to their offices in Nashville.
I got $5. You need $5. I'll give you $5 for sponsorship.
All right. Well, it's going to be a little bit more. They want... On my end,
he'll have you wearing a big country jumpsuit.
Yeah, really, with sequins like Elvis. It'd be like the Fat Elvis from the 70s.
Okay.
The RFD people, I pitched this idea to them first a year and a half ago, and they liked it. They liked the idea, but they wanted like $250,000. Which was $100,000 just to put it on their network, and then I would need another $100 and some grand for sponsorship to kind of break it so they could film it, because we'd film it there at their studios.
Right.
I'm thinking, you know what? I might just film it in my own studio, and then because then she started giving me the production costs, and it's super nice. If anybody watches RFD or the American Family Network, which is a subsidiary of RFD, super great. You can always count on family-friendly stuff.
It's not connected to that building that this still is not built yet, is it? In Altamont?
No.
Okay. All right. I was saying, don't unite yourself with something like that.
No, RFD stands for
20-year building project.
Right. RFD stands for Rural Fast Delivery and it was referring to mail service.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was referring to mail service
You down
delivered
with
out to the
RFD?
country.
RFD is geared more for old folks. I mean, we're talking about old folks, 55 and older. They got late night shows with old country singers like Ricky
eat all your
Skaggs
candy
stuff
and your
like that.
licorice.
Yeah, it's geared more towards, and they got tractor pulls on there. So
Yeah, it's all about country stuff.
It's all about
rural
country
stuff. And they sponsor a huge rodeo called the American down in Texas.
Yeah.
And it
Oh, cool.
is super huge. But that's what I've been doing.
Damn.
And then I've got some
You're
meetings
busy.
with some marketing guys talking about NASCAR.
Busy.
They got me. I'm meeting with them tomorrow, and they're already talking
Damn.
about getting me connected to Food City, to the Bristol race, and then the Charlotte race. And
Do
and
it.
so
Are
I'm-
you still doing that Friday call-in up there in New York
And
radio?
I'm still doing a Friday call-in. I
Damn.
call in every Thursday morning. They record it, edit it down,
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
they play it
Okay.
on,
That's
on
cool.
Friday. I've contacted other
i-
networks.
Is that
to get
just
on
like
there.
a little monologue from you? Obviously,
Kinda.
it's not an
Well,
interactive
Yeah,
bit.
it is a little bit because it's specific for Froggy 97.
I got you.
So
So it's like Vic's advice or something.
Yeah, it's like we're calling it Vic's Clever Bits.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
So we're doing that, and like yesterday I was talking, and and a lot of stuff is some of it's like new bits I'm starting to work on.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like the perils of traveling.
Right.
Like I went to one hotel. Like everybody thinks, oh, being a celebrity, traveling the country, doing do. And you get these nice hotels. You're staying at the Hilton and the Radisson and the Hyatt and
Yes.
the
Sounds
Omni, all
horrible.
this stuff. Yeah, it is. But the hotels I was staying in, like I was staying in one in Proctor, West Virginia. My security lock on the door was a wire that they had screwed into the door jamb that you slipped around the Walmart doorknob. And so that's
jerry
crazy.
rig lock?
Yeah,
That's a redneck
every door. I thought, well, the first time I went there, I was like, oh, it's just this one door, you know.
Right.
I've stayed in several other rooms. They call me, they pay pretty good, so wherever the money's applied, I don't care. And so every one of these rooms are like this because I worked with a buddy of mine. I was like, "Is your room like this?" Yeah, my room's like. And I took pictures. It's on my Facebook from several months ago, and then I ran out of razors
What?
traveling, and so I was shaving because I was gone for a long time, and I ran out of razors. And you gotta shave, be presentable for a show. So I ran over to Walmart, and I come across a bargain:
Right.
100 disposable razors
Disposable razors.
for $3.
Okay.
And I knew something was up when they gave you a free roll of toilet paper to go with it. So I'm like, because I still got a mark
That's
on
just
my
weird.
Adam's apple from where I cut myself this past weekend shaving on with these dang razors. And so I shave. I'm trying to get rid of them because I don't want to just throw the whole package away. So I'm trying to get rid of them, and I'm shaving, then I toss it away. I shave one time, throw it in the trash, pull out a new one for the next morning.
Wow.
So I guess we got a phone call.
AJ Fritzer's going to
Oh,
be
wonderful.
calling in. He's doing something. It's on Sunday. It's out at the
Love AJ.
Alafaya Bubbalous Barbecue. There's
right.
a fundraising event. And the name of the establishment, what is it again? Orlando Boxer. So Orlando Boxer Support. Relief.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me pull up the picture. That's horrible.
Yeah,
Hold on.
pull up the
Let me
picture.
just pull it up. I forgot exactly. But AJ's supposed to be calling in here in just a minute. Hold on. And we'll see where he is. There he is. There. No. Okay, so he's calling in now.
He's calling in right
Okay,
now?
So, he's going to call in.
All right, cool.
Right now. And also, we have tickets to give away. So if you'd like tickets, come chat. You can send an email to gshow@wjbwnetworks.com.
And what are we giving tickets away for?
G&G Show. This is to the Bloody Jug Band. Our friends over at the Bloody Jug Band are
Wonderful.
doing a CD release party called Rope Burn. And this is the cool little flyer they have made up here. You can see. So they're releasing that. It's at venue 578 on April 3rd. I think things
Wonderful.
kicked off around 8 a.m. So these are, we're giving away 4 packs. We want groups of people to go. Oh, yeah. Let me answer.
Oh, we got a phone call.
Let me answer the call from our buddy AJ Fritzer. AJ Fritzer. Hello.
That's me.
How you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
Hey, welcome to Joe
good,
Bob's funeral service. You stab him, we'll slab him. How can we help you today?
All right. That's exactly what I was looking for. How's it going, Vic?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Y'all got Bubba in the studio with y'all today?
Not today. We've got Big Country in the studio with us today. He's a DJ
Big
out
Country,
of.
all right.
You know
What's
Big
up,
Country?
AJ?
How's it going, man? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We're doing good, man. I like his deep voice here. Hey, man. How y'all doing? You got that cool bluesy sound.
Yeah,
dude.
he's a great blues musician.
me-
we're gonna
makes me
play.
feel
We're gonna play a
mellow.
track. We're gonna play your liquor store track a little later in the show. So
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm about to release a new blues track called Say Hello to San Francisco. I'm releasing that here in the next half hour or so.
So
however long
ha-
it takes YouTube to upload it.
How does that go? Does it go like say hello to San Francisco is like, hey, howdy.
okay.
So I just,
Something like that.
yeah.
It's actually a throwback to 80s television.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. So we're doing like a Full House kind of thing. It's wonderful.
Yeah, basically it's a song written in a blues style. It's a blues parody, so to say.
Right.
And it's written by a guy who has no place writing blues. Well, not written by a guy, but the idea is the song it's a blues song, but you're listening to lyrics going, there's nothing about the blues in this song.
That's funny.
So it's more of a style parody than anything. It was a song written by a friend of mine and a friend of JB's as well, Mark with a C, Mark Sidorius.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave it to me and said, "Look, this is
That's cool.
meant for someone like you. Take this song and run with it. Do what you want." So I kind of put my own spin on it. It's never been heard before. None of his fans have ever heard it or anything like
Really?
that.
very
Unreleased Mark with a C. Really?
Unreleased Mark with a C being released
Wow.
by AJ and Evolution.
Well, you need to
Wow.
send it to
That's cool.
send it to us once you get it released and get it out there so we can get played.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll definitely play it.
We'll
either
get
here
Big
or there.
Country to play it. I'll put it on his rotation of songs he plays when he DJs places too.
Oh,
Sweet.
like out in public.
I can do that.
So tell us about this. Tell us about what you got going on. Is it Sunday out at Bubbalous in Alafaya?
Yep, Sunday at the Bubbalous in Alafaya, we got a fundraiser event for the Orlando Bully Rescue.
That's it.
That's for bulldogs, not for people that pick on people.
Not
that
okay.
are
It's not a
smaller than
bully rescue. I got you.
Yeah, we're rescuing all those.
We got to
bullies.
save these bullies. They're so tired.
Right.
They
Okay.
gotta save the bullies. They're so tired of picking on kids and stealing their lunch money, man.
Yeah.
We gotta help them out.
Wow.
Those dang nerds.
That's the
The
ultimate.
Orlando Bully Rescue.
Cool.
I put together a group of local musicians from the UCF area, as well as some that play around, and some comedians. I put some comedians together
Oh,
too.
very cool.
Some
Who do you
up and
got?
comers. Eddie Sass, Brian Harris. They're going to be.
All right,
there.
very cool.
We got Nate Johnson. He's a musician, acoustic musician. A duo called Was, which is a great duo. They do a lot of classic rock, but in a folkish kind of style, I guess.
Oh, that'd
it's
be awesome.
hard to describe. You got to hear it and see it, and it's good. And then we got a buddy of mine, Stephen Craig, and he does a lot of music similar to what I do, but he's gotten his own spin on it as well, as far as covers and stuff go, and he's got originals. All of these artists have original music they'll be performing at the event, as well as songs that everyone knows. And there'll be animal adoptions out there for
That's
anyone
awesome.
who's looking to find a new furry friend.
A new bulldog.
We got
So
Yep,
you
bulldog.
give a $5 donation, receive a drink special wristband. There's a
You get a
Porkosaurus.
special wristband for drinks. Yep, that's a $5 donation. I'm not sure on all the details of that. You'd have to contact Bubbalous specifically. But,
Bubbalous, yeah.
I know they're having the Porkosaurus eating contest.
Yeah.
Where you can eat if you can finish this sandwich, then there's going to be some kind of a prize involved.
What
It's
time
a
is this?
Huge
I'll be there.
sandwich.
Sunday.
2 to 7.
Wow.
It's going to be 2 to 7 on Sunday. And they're at the Bubbalous on Alafaya.
Oh, you got
and,
Danny
Challenger.
Dow cornhole tournament.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Lake
There's
High
going to be a
Corn-
tournament of cornhole. Cornhole's such a hard word for me to get out my lips.
Yeah, be careful.
It's a hard word for a lot of people to
It's
get
a
out.
harder word to put in your lips, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Right, exactly.
it's harder to put in.
Yeah.
That tournament starts at about 2:30 that day.
Much easier coming out than going in. All right. So Yeah, no, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. That's fantastic, man. And of course, you're going to be playing a set. I guess a healthy set. They're kind of closing things out, right? At the event.
I'm basically headlining the event.
And that's the
we're
college.
We're going to try to get Rick Bailey to come out there too,
that's
and
very
he's going to join me, and we'll do our AJ
Alafaya.
and RB duo.
It's kind of a college-y, it's kind of a college location, right? Do you get a lot of college kids out there?
Yeah. There should be a lot of college kids out there, a lot of college guys, college girls.
You're just
anyone who's friendly to bulldogs and animals.
Right. Okay, that's cool. So it's the Orlando Bully Rescue fundraising event out at Bubbalous on Alafaya. We're talking with AJ Fritcher, who's going to be kind of Svengaling that whole thing. He's got comedians. He's got other original musicians out there playing. It's a great cause. See if you can eat a Porcosaurus sandwich challenge. And they're going to have little dogs out there, too. You could adopt a dog maybe that day, huh?
Yep, exactly.
You
that
could?
day,
Oh,
and
cool.
there'll be some there for the kids to pet and stuff.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's a very family-friendly event. I've gotten all the comedians to kind of hold back on their normal sets and
hone
kind
down
of make
a
them
little
more kid-friendly.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if anybody's a Smurf, you got to be white for this event, not blue. Be black, brown, or be anything but blue. He's asking a Smurf not to be blue. All right, but no, that's fantastic. It's good. It sounds like a fun time, a fun event.
It will be. It will be. Definitely a good time. I want everybody to come out if they can. Once again, that's going to be this Sunday right there at the Bubbalous on the Alafaya Challenge.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Perfect. Great. Well, AJ, man, you rock. And,
where else are you going to be, AJ?
Yeah, give
Where
us
else are
give us your lowdown, I guess. Where are you going to be in the next coming week or week?
The next weekend is an AJ and RB weekend over at Gator Bay Marina out in Leesburg. We're going to be playing from 2 to 6 on Saturday and Sunday. That's Easter Sunday, so bring the family out and
Easter,
we'll have
that's
a good
right.
time there. They got burgers and wings and all kinds of stuff. And then Saturday night, I'm playing at the Lost Parrot in downtown Mount Dora from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And you can catch me every Tuesday at Big Dog Saloon in Mount Dora from 9 to 1 for their $2 Tuesday.
Damn, cool.
All right, very cool.
You're staying busy. It's that season, right? That's good.
Yep, it is that season. Things picking up. Got a lot of events coming up, especially here in April. I'm going to be doing Bike Fest at the Stormy Hill Harley Davidson on August 23rd.
Damn.
Not April 23rd, not August.
Okay. Yeah,
April
so that's a little far ahead there.
Stormy Hill.
Nostradamus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're pretty confident about that, huh?
Gigs ahead of time.
And so to the year 2017, I'll be over at the Harlem Globetrotters bar mitzvah party for Schvetzel Williams is the only Jewish Harlem Globetrotter. It's amazing. It's going to be fantastic.
No, so we're just making all that last part up. It's not true. Anyway, AJ, you rock, brother. Thank you for the call, man. Go check out this guy.
Thank you.
Super talented soul blue.
What's your
brother.
website, AJ?
Bandcamp.
That's AJ in Evolution at AJ in Evolution .bandcamp.com.
All right.
Or just Google AJ in Evolution and you're going to find
Now,
me.
is it and evolution or
in?
No, in as in like as it's a verb.
I got you.
There you
I
go.
got you.
There you
so
go.
who's evolution? There I will go to it over. Sorry about that.
He's been like this all morning, AJ, so don't pay no attention to him.
Yeah, don't pay me no mind.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all good. We're all
bro.
friends.
We're all friends and lovers until we get mad at each other.
What?
Exactly.
What the hell is Vic?
Exactly.
That's why Vic don't call me no more.
Okay. All
Right?
Hang on. You want to hang on the line with us and do news? No. We could just have you do that.
I appreciate the time, brother.
All right,
Thank y'all
man.
so
Thank
much
you,
for
rock.
having me
Thanks
on.
for coming, man.
You rock.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you, and I look forward to catching you guys out again soon, and hopefully come in there to the studio and
Yeah.
sit in with
That'd be
y'all
awesome.
guys.
Yeah, we need to have you in.
I'll get you those tracks, man.
Wonderful.
Cool. Thanks, bro.
All right, man.
Thank you for your support. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Thanks
Thanks,
for calling
bud.
in.
Bye-bye.
I'm not going to hang up on him. I'm going to see if he hangs up. I'm not hanging up. Not hanging up. Oh,
Oh, he hung up.
he hung up. All right.
AJ hung up on us, man.
He just hung up on us, man. What the hell?
So where you going to be there, big man?
I'm sitting right here in the chair. What do
He
you
just
think I'm
talked
doing?
about his
My
fishing
fishing thing.
thing.
Is that
Remember?
it?
That's all I got going on right now.
The fishing
But I got a
thing
wedding
you
to
set
do
him
in
up.
April next
Yours?
month. So no, hell no. No,
It's,
it's actually a friend of mine that runs the Lakeland Mud Hole. His sister,
Very cool.
his sister's getting married, so he called me up.
Wait,
and-
what's the mud hole?
Lakeland Mud Hole?
Is it a?
It's
That's
where a
his other
big monster.
That's where I was born. No, what the hell's a mud hole? What is it?
It's
a place
where
to
monster
eat?
trucks go
Oh,
to
okay.
run
It's
through
like
the
a
mud,
mud
4-wheeler
swing
drive.
kind
Yeah.
of thing.
There's nothing like the Glory Hole show. Where it's another term for
Matter of
something
fact,
else.
this
where-
place too also has a 1/4-mile racetrack. It's just
inside it,
no
inside the
it's
hole.
Inside the hole.
outside.
I'd really dig it out.
Drag strip. They got a 1/4-mile drag
Get that
strip
looked
out
at.
there, too.
You got a drag strip outside the hole. You better get that looked at.
Yeah. But,
Well, a drag strip. It's kind of more like a runway saying holla. But yeah, cool beans, man. Cool beans. So what about you, JB? What's been going on with you, man?
Nothing. No, I announced kind of
You better
earlier
tell- I was gonna
here
say, you better tell
that
'em
I have a full-time job opportunity I'll be taking in the daytime. So I'm going to be. We're going to have to move the show to nighttime or sometime other than now.
Other than daytime.
Yeah, so that'll be right in the middle of the month of April. So we've got a few more shows we
Few
can
more
do
podcasts,
at
few
this
more
time.
fine.
or you can come to
So,
my house.
yeah, or you can go to his house.
It's an awful long ways to go.
And
Hey, what?
you can go to his crawl space.
Won't you move your house closer to us? Just
to-
hook it up to the truck.
I
drag
can't help
on
it if
over.
you live out in the middle of sticks.
I got a
Shoot,
crawl
I
space.
I live in Kissimmee, man. That's a good. place to be.
Okay, now get
Cow
this.
town.
If
That's where
I
all the
live
cowboys live.
farther than you, how come I always get here before you?
Well, it's because I've
Yeah,
got
okay.
time to a science that I know when I can get here until I miss my exit. So, And what happened was I was talking to my dad driving over here because I had given him the rundown just like I gave you all this morning of everything's been going on, and my wife's been getting on to me because I've been forgetting things. Like last night, I left the studio after filming. And it was just over. After we went to the studio, we went to the Waffle House there on West Colonial just to chill out. Me and the comics and everything. My wife and my daughter, they left in a different car, went a different direction. So I came in later, and I just put it on GPS to get myself to the turnpike there, and I see a turnpike. I just set it off. So I got to talking and talking to my agent about the show and all this stuff, and totally went the wrong way on turnpike. I went almost all the way to Interstate
just weren't-
75
Yeah.
north, like 50 miles
Yeah.
from my house.
Do you have GPS?
Yeah,
too?
I didn't have it on.
so you didn't even.
Sure, I
okay.
didn't have it
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So I just turned around. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. So I missed that turn to come home. And then my wife was talking about something. We went to the BJ's store.
Yeah.
And
You had to clarify that.
yeah, well. And
I already know what.
I know.
BJ's wholesale, man.
It's a store.
When you're married, it's a wholesale.
I get a free 90-day subscription in the mail every day for them.
Nice.
Okay. You just
The,
sounded like Beetlejuice or something.
He did.
I got them all the time. I got millions of them. No, not that one.
So she said something to me at the store about something, and so I said, "Hey, what about this?" She goes, "Is your mind full? Do we need to take stuff out of your head in
Oh,
order for you to
shit.
be able to understand things?"
Oh.
She says, "You've missed your turn. You've
Oh, my
done
God.
this. You've forgotten I've said this. I'm like, well, I do have a lot going on.
Are you hopped up on those pain pills still from your ankle?
I do have some pain pills.
Maybe
going
that.
on.
Are you growing an addiction problem? Do you think?
No.
No.
I've not been on them long enough to have an addiction.
What is that one thing that they gave you? Like, oh, you can't sleep. Take this Ambien. That's I guess what it
no,
was.
no.
And it would actually like make you be asleep, do things.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the worst.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the
Like,
form of, yeah, hey, do this. When I was a kid, it was like milk and honey, right? My
Yeah.
mom would give you
With
like
bourbon.
milk and honey. Yeah, and there was probably some kind of bourbon in there
Yeah.
to just calm put you out.
Yeah.
You know.
Now Ambien, you go to sleep, but you end up mowing the lawn before you wake up. So it's
Sure.
crazy.
Right.
And so my wife's been getting on to me about all this kind of stuff.
You've been gardening in your sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It's been.
Look at the
nuts,
bonsai you
man.
did.
It's nuts. So then I missed my exit this morning. On the way over here, I'm not even sure if I should tell her. Because I'm.
Well, you're just telling.
Oh, yeah,
it
I was gonna say,
out
she's
there
gonna find
now
out about it
if
now.
She listens. No, she doesn't listen to the show.
I got her mowing the lawn.
She's on Ambien taking a nap
So
doing
she's
the
taking
lawn.
A nap doing the lawn.
That's funny.
So it's crazy, man. I'm getting tired. It's wearing me out. But, anyway, but even
That's your alarm. Vic, wake up.
it sounds like my phone actually. The except for it's more annoying on my phone. And then Bubba text this morning. Yeah, I'm in. They're like, oh man,
I'm
AC's out. And so he's been trying to find an AC guy to fix his AC. And of course, now is a good time not to have AC. You got the windows open, fans are going.
Right.
But you want to get it fixed now if it's broken.
Right. Yeah.
Because the next month is going to be brutal.
Yeah. The impending.
My first truck in high school was an '81 Ford full size, and I didn't have AC.
No, we're not talking about his house, not his car.
Oh, yeah.
A car is a little different. You can roll down the window.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was his car.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
No, I think it's
he
his
said
house.
the dogs are.
These dogs were panting. I don't think he keeps his dogs in the house.
Oh.
Or in the car, I mean.
I'm talking about my cat here at the house. There's this one cat that we need to. Yeah, she's like a Persian or something. She's got too much hair, and there'll be times like that you can see because my wife's very clean.
You walk in the front door and see him floating in the air.
Yeah, you see. No,
I
you
got
like
a cat too.
tumbleweeds of
Yeah.
her hair, and it's like you got to be just suck that up with the damn
yeah.
little pet shop vac damn thing. But yeah, that's
Start
the worst.
hearing
It's
Clint Eastwood theme music every
you
time
have
one
pets
rolls
that
by.
really jack up your
Oh
life.
yeah, and I'm having a big barbecue tomorrow, and
It's like fish can't barf on your
Free
rug.
food? Okay.
No, it's not free. It's $10
Pack
plate.
up a hairball.
And
I can't make it.
But I got to sweep up the floor
Wow.
because the dog sheds all over the place.
You're going to sleep on the floor.
Sweep up the floor.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the same problem. You
Well,
have a
you sleep
pet,
on
you end
floor.
up with hair everywhere. I of course when I sweep, I move everything around. I sweat and I pulled out a whole other dog. I'm like, what in the world? All this hair is crazy.
Hilarious.
And I try to sweep by it every week, every other week, something like that. But
So you want to do some news?
let's do something, man. It's time for the news.
Here's the news for the underlings. So April Fool's is coming up, right? Mm-hmm. And I
My
found this
father-in-law
cool.
was born on April Fool's.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Then he gave me his
that
daughter.
annoying buzz. Thank you. Put that down. Thank you. Comes from buzzive.com. April Fool's is coming, and here's what you can do to fool your kids. This is hilarious. There's a mashed potato sundae. There is a frozen.
That is funny.
Frozen breakfast cereal. Make them believe their feet grew bigger by stuffing toilet paper into their shoes. The party popper on the door. Quite a wake-up call when they open their door. So one of their socks halfway down so they can't get their whole foot in, right? So put a for sale sign on your house that says you're moving to Alaska. Cover the remote sensor with a piece of tape. Harmless.
Yeah, that would more annoy me than it would them.
Yeah.
That's not even
Put a
right.
few dye pellets right under the cap of a faucet, and water comes out blue or green or whatever.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Googly eyes on all the food in the refrigerator.
Blue ink in the shower
Freak
head.
'em out.
That would be something.
Yeah. No, yeah. I did that to my daughter one time, my oldest daughter. It wasn't April Fool's. It was just because I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And
you prank your kid?
I did.
It's
yeah.
fun, right?
I woke her up in the middle of the morning, like at 3. Told her she was late for school.
I do.
Oh, man.
And I said, "Man, you're late for school. You got to get up."
Oh,
well,
my God.
I'm still asleep. I
that's
said,
the
"You got to
worst.
get to school." And I made her get dressed and start to head out the door to the bus stop. I'm like, "Oh, just kidding." She wasn't happy. And then, of course, next morning was Saturday, so she's all right.
So
no wonder she doesn't come around me anymore.
I got you guys hear about this? It's kind of a geeky news thing. Wesh.com story: huge asteroid will skim by Earth. You guys heard about this? Mm-mm. Huge
American, buy American. Our family at American Air and Heat wants to help prepare you for the summer.
Oh, there you go.
I don't
That's
want
an ad. That's an ad for Bubba.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I hate that when they put the commercials on when you try to play a YouTube thing.
Oh, I just accidentally brought.
They
the
do
thing
that
up
all
and
the time.
It did the thing. I don't actually want this. Hold, now I can press pause. Okay. Anyway, so they say it's no big deal. It's like a close call asteroid.
Oh, yeah. We've had all kinds of those close calls.
Yeah. And then this other story I found on WFTV.com. Intoxicated man arrived by taxi to rob a Florida bank.
Nice. I like
so
it.
he's got a record.
Can you just wait a minute here?
He's got a record of it.
He walks up to the counter and says, "I want a bottle of anything and a couple $1,000 to go."
Yeah. I got the guys. Can y'all hurry up? The meter's running.
Stupid, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy that's going to be on the? Well, a couple things. Going about the asteroid thing. Going back to that, this guy is blasting off.
What?
He'll be the first American to blast off to live on the International Space Station for a year.
Really?
Oh yeah, and then they're taking applications for people to be the first humans to live on Mars.
Yeah, I heard that was BS.
No, it was on NASA. It was on regular news.
I still believe technology is going to throw us back into the past because we're getting too far ahead of ourselves.
What happened to the moon colony? Yeah. I thought we were going
there. I'd rather go to the moon. It's closer to home. You can come back here to visit.
Well, it's just like what me and JB was talking about earlier.
The governor doesn't exist.
The governor of Indiana today signed a bill into saying that gays and lesbians can be discriminated against in any businesses. In other words, you walk into a business, the business owner can choose.
You have the right to refuse service
to any gay, to gays and lesbians. Now,
there have been strong, people, strong views expressed against that.
We're going back to the 50s
legislation,
and 60s,
I guess. Yeah. Where it's like what, and the other crazy thing I heard was and I heard it scantly through Howard Stern about there's some Beverly Hills hotel is run by a Muslim guy and he's instituted Sharia law or something in there.
Really?
I don't know. I should do more research on it, but I just heard it and I don't know if it's true. But I do have another. It's again another geeky story. Tiny Frog is the first shape-shifting amphibian ever found. This comes to you from Mashable.com. And it's a fingernail-sized frog that can morph its skin texture from spiny to smooth in just minutes. It's the first shape-shifting amphibian ever found, according to a new report. So I thought that was pretty dope.
That sounds cool.
I like that. I like cool animal stories like that. And what amazes me is how you were talking about going to Mars or put a colony on the moon and everything, and we're still discovering critters here on Earth. Like a shape-shifting frog, which people who live there in that area, they're like, that's bait, And then you get some scientists who comes in like, we never seen anything like this. Like, really?
Right. Remember what the Galapagos Islands or whatever they one that went over there. But
I think it's great that we still have people living today that still remembers the old days of how it was fishing, hunting, exploring. Just going out in the woods and running around. Because I still believe technology is going to destroy us if we overshoot ourselves.
Naked and afraid.
Really do. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But,
maybe playing hide and seek with countless women victims. No, oops, did I say that?
Oh, did you hear about the Jinx, where the guy said, the Durst guy said he murdered somebody or had the mic on? Or I'm doing a bad job of describing that because it's not one of my stories yet again.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so gold and other precious metals in human feces is worth millions. This is IFLscience.com. It's supposedly saying who knew that what human waste could have so many uses. Your pee is an excellent fertilizer and can generate electricity. Your poop can power buses and be recycled into sustainable bioplastic and is a disgustingly amazing way our excrement can be turned into drinking water.
Yeah. So I don't think so.
So what do you think of that? Gold and other precious metals in poop and...
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't that like the plot line of where like people decompose dead people were the food for the new people or some movie?
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's just crap.
And finally, in that oh my god! Finally, in the news, Willie Nelson is launching his own brand of weed. Comes to you from thedailybeast.com. There will be branded bongs in stores too, as Willie gets out ahead of a big industry in states where pot is legal. So he's gonna.
Well, he's in his 80s. He's not. When
he dies, man, that funeral service is just going to be loaded with smoke coming out of his casket. He's gonna.
Right.
He'll just die.
He doesn't even smoke pot anymore.
Oh, he doesn't. No. What's he vaporize it?
He doesn't do anything.
He vaporizes.
No, he does. He's like, I don't even do this. I'm a proponent, but I don't even smoke pot anymore.
Okay, he does, but he has. Wasn't that the whole thing?
But he has. I mean, that's his whole thing.
He does. But he just sees what people will do and wants to get a pickety pack.
But he will. Yeah, he wants. He's all about entrepreneurism. And him and Merle Haggard is doing a song where they played Django Unchained or something.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing some sort of Django thing.
Mashup?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to Willie Nelson.
You don't like Willie Nelson?
No, I do love Willie Nelson.
He's American legend, that guy.
He was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night. The other night.
Oh, he was?
Have you ever been to one of his concerts?
No.
They suck.
They do?
Yeah.
You been to one?
Oh, I've been to several. I mean, I go because it's Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
But he's like... none of the song, like you'll hear Always on My Mind, which is one of his big hits.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it on the radio. Then you go hear him on
live, and he cuts a lot of it. Yeah,
it's all different. They're like the different, but you're trying to sing along with what you know, and it's like a whole different thing.
Different
or on the road again.
Yeah,
on the road again.
What's he changed the word? Like you were always on my taco.
No, he doesn't do anything like that. But he's like, you got I say on the road again. But he goes like on the road again.
He's up and down,
up
and down,
yeah.
up and down.
And now he has because he can't remember all of his lyrics.
Yeah.
He has like a music stand.
He doesn't lip sync. You mean?
No, he doesn't lip sync. He sings
just lip sync.
But I saw him. Last time I saw him he was him and Bob Dylan were in concert together.
Yeah.
No, that was pretty cool. Not that you could really understand what either one of them were
Remember
saying.
that craze a year ago of the hologram people at concerts? It's like, they bring back the feeling of
stuff. They did that,
hey.
That kind of fell by the wayside.
Yeah, they're not doing that as much as I thought they would keep doing it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Too expensive.
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, but here again, going back, it's kind of started with Elvis. When actually before that, it started with Hank Williams and Hank Jr.
And doing a song together.
Mashup.
I would think
together.
Nat King Cole too with
Right, but that was after Hank Williams Jr. and Hank Williams Sr. did "Tear in My Beer."
Yeah,
okay.
And they did a video where they kind of put them
right.
Like they inserted
Side by
Junior
side,
in with it, and then Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole did
Unforgettable.
You
couldn't remember that.
I couldn't remember
That's
that.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and then Lisa Marie every year at the Elvis things in Graceland, she plays a video and she's live where her dad is singing the same song.
Yeah, remember when she actually did music?
Yeah.
That was weird. That was a
I've
weird
seen her in
time. Her and
concert.
Michael Jackson were together, and she was actually.
I seen her in concert at Daytona 500
and then it was like
a few
nothing
years ago.
happened. Daytona 500.
Yeah, and they just had Kid Rock, and so they did that, and then now they've amped it up from inserting videos to being live with a video feed, and then Elvis's original band did a whole concert where the actual band was still playing the music,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
but they had pulled it out of the video and left Elvis's voice in the video, and then they did all that stuff with Elvis on stage. Now they've gone to the holograms, but it's so expensive to do a hologram. It's just it's crazy. Thank you very much.
Hologram.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Clevenger.
Thank you.
Well, how old
about here.
Elvis would be like 80 or something now,
He'd be in
right?
his age. He's about as old as Willie
70,
Nelson.
80.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
He'd be up there. He was born in 1933, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Round
something
bit
like
round
that.
there.
Yeah.
I was going through the other day about generations. You know, every year they have the Generation X, Generation Baby Boomers. You know, kind of the war generation and stuff like that. It's interesting to go. I forget what website I was on, but it's interesting to go see the past 100 years, the past 5 generations, and kind of how one's lack of something helped another. You know, I mean, back in the first war. You know, that whole generation everything was very
Right, yeah.
and even the government was very
1935.
you know, like you're saying, this Indiana thing, you know, that kind of stuff was much more commonplace in the throat, the hand over the mouth and the throat of freedom and liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, you get there thinking about where freedoms for some people infringe on the freedoms of the others, and where the rights to not serve someone infringes on something else.
Well, it's like the mandated disuse of the word term climate change in Florida. Politicians and government control. You can't say climate change, and that to me is just silly vanilla.
Well, you heard that latest the
Grammy.
congressman came out and said that this climate change, this global warming, is eventually going to turn women into prostitutes, where they're going to trade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. She said, it's because it's going to get so bad that people aren't going to be able to eat, and women are going to have to sell their bodies for sex in order to eat and drink.
How does that make sense if nobody can eat?
Exactly.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Does that go back to that yogurt we were talking about last time?
What? No. Oh, yeah, I remember.
That is crazy. Crazy. People are stupid.
What do you got coming up? Man?
Well,
what are you gonna be
this
doing?
weekend I'm doing a barbecue fundraiser for my daughter.
Oh, let me go to Bubba's page while you're doing that.
I'm cooking today. I'm cooking all weekend. Pulling pork and pork loin and ribs and just doing a bunch of things. And then that's this whole weekend. And then next weekend's Easter, so I took that weekend off. So I'm not doing anything there. And then the following weekend, I'm flying to, what is that weekend? I'm flying to Ohio, or West Virginia, I'm sorry. Flying to West Virginia and doing a couple shows there in West Virginia. And in Charleston, West Virginia, will be on April the 11th. And Logan, West Virginia on April the 12th.
Damn.
And then I'm back here. And then the next weekend, I don't even know what that date is. But I'm all over the place in April. I'm in West Virginia. I'm in Ohio. I'm in Kentucky. I'm here in Florida. The Improv is wanting me and Bubba back.
Oh, cool.
To do a grits and gravy show. And so it's crazy. And then I just found out that I'm going. Oh, I just found out. I am going to be doing in New York this fall. I'm doing a weekend country music festival thing.
Oh, cool.
Where I'm going to do the first night, September 10th. I'm doing my bit, and I'm doing with Ronnie McDowell. Now, I don't know if any of y'all remember Ronnie McDowell, but he's kind of like an Elvis impersonator, but he was a country singer back in the 70s, early 80s. Super huge back in those days. Now, nobody even knows who he is. But he's super nice. I like him. I've got to talk to his son. His son's his tour manager, or was his tour manager, plays drums in his band, also plays music in Jimmy Buffett's band when his dad's not touring. So when Jimmy Buffett comes to town, guess what I'm going to do?
You gonna go?
I doubt it because I think I'm touring when he's here.
Oh, that's right.
But then I'm opening up for I'm doing a show with Ronnie McDowell, and on September 10th.
And this is in the fall?
This is September 10th.
In New York?
In New York.
Okay.
Then on September 11th, I'm doing a show with Daryl Worley, who sang the big song, Do You Remember?
Okay.
It's going to
and
be...
And it's September 11th. What is it, the
11th.
anniversary of the 14 years? Wow.
Something like that, yeah. So it's going to be September 11th with Daryl Worley, and it's going to be broadcast live on the PBS channel. And what I'm most excited about, broadcast live and recorded for Armed Forces Network.
Cool.
So I'll be on the Armed Forces Network this fall.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
Congratulations.
Cool. And then the next night I'm emceeing for some sort of
You've been busy.
Eagles tribute band. I don't care. So, no, they're pretty
It
good.
looks like Bubba's going to be out at Al's Sandbar starting at about 7.
Tonight?
In Tavares. Yeah, Al's Sandbar.
I was over by Tavares last night because I was lost.
Good weather for that kind of stuff. I guess it's going to be nice.
Yeah,
or is it going to rain?
Well, they just said a 60% chance of rain on the news here.
Why was you in Tavares last night?
Because I was freaking lost.
I was going to say that place ain't nowhere near close to Tavares.
I just went on. I was on the turnpike. Next thing I saw was a sign that says to Tavares. I'm like, I am in the wrong dang direction.
Yeah, you were about 50 miles out of the way.
I know where I was. I got too much on my mind, apparently.
Much on your mind.
My mind is
Hey,
full.
listen, you can send us an email at GNG. It's a GNG show at WJBWnetworks.com. We're giving away tickets to the Bloody Jug Band CD release extravaganza. It's at Venue 578 on April 3rd. Starts at 8 p.m.
Wonderful.
These are valued at like $10 each. So we want to give away 4 packs. We want to kind of give away, you and friends to go. There is something cool going on there. A performance from Grammy winner Trey Pierce. And
nice.
And T-Stone. The Jam campaign with Groove Trunk and Multiply Me, and of course the Bloody Jug Band will also be performing as well, and some of the songs off of their new CD release.
And when's your fishing thing?
April, what did we say? April 11th?
Yeah.
April 11th. Yeah,
and then the next gig will be in May, so I guess it's they do it throughout the whole summer, so it'll be a couple different dates.
So stay on Big Country's website. He'll be on Grits and Gravy from time to time. And your podcast, how's it going?
It's going. I still need a partner. Are you going to... Actually, Savannah was talking to me the other night. She wants to come back home. I said, well, you can be my sidekick. She said, okay.
Yeah. Did you tell her it doesn't pay yet?
Oh, no, I didn't tell her that.
Yeah, well, that's...
You mean I thought she'd do it just because I was her friend.
Yeah. I thought she was going to go with Bubba the Love Sponge.
That's what I heard, too. But
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, nobody knows.
Who knows anything?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, she asked me how come
Tuttle's
I never
over
call
there.
her. She asked me how come I never call her to call into the show, and I said, well, because I ain't got no phone lines hooked up yet. So
Well, she can call it.
You'll get it.
I don't
You're-
have all the money like you guys.
You're
do.
coming along.
Well, we are loaded.
You coming along?
you know,
Yeah,
we
we
do-
got our phones line
Yeah.
blazing.
And Larry was
we
in
do.
town the other day, and you didn't bother calling me. He remembers me. We were neighbors, man.
407-379-9529.
Yeah. So he was in town. It was fun. We was hanging out. It was
Yeah,
kind of
thanks
cool.
for the phone call. I appreciate it.
I don't like you, man. That's the reason why. No,
That's great.
He's probably telling the truth.
I was.
You never know with him.
I'd
I
flown
think
back.
he does. It's an act, and after the show, he's your best friend, right?
Yeah.
When
It's,
he wants something.
Yeah. So you getting money?
NASCAR?
The you got NASCAR tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah, which he never came through for me. But I hooked him up.
But I
got him
drove
on.
down there with you
Okay.
just to
To
do
hang
the
out.
shoot.
So anyway,
You guys fight about this on Twitter, okay?
the cable guy was in town for SeaWorld last year.
Oh, yeah, I
last
saw your
week.
picture with him.
And then he he's
You
like,
get him to call in? Just get him to call into our little podcast.
should.
It's a live podcast.
I
don't
should
know.
get into it.
It's a live broadcast, actually. I stopped
I
saying
was his
podcast
satellite guy a couple years
because
ago.
what we're doing is broadcasting.
We are broadcasting.
And then
Yeah.
after the show,
We're broadcasting.
it
We're
becomes
casting to broads.
a podcast.
Podcast,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so it's on demand. You can get it anytime. Download. And what we may do with the switch over and changeover, we'll have to figure it out. Is kind of create some whoop ass Empire membership thing if we can get Bubba's full sign in. So we'll see. We'll see.
So
but,
we'll do something. We'll get it
subjects
together.
in the whoop ass.
But he was going. But he started a big old hullabaloo on Monday night when he got back because he was in town.
Okay.
Stayed all night, and then he flew to Nashville. But on Monday, he had nothing to do, so he started busting the chops of all these people that are anti-SeaWorld stuff.
Who?
The cable guy did
Larry.
on his Twitter.
Oh.
And so somebody said something about Blackfish. Oh, you need to watch Blackfish. That'll open your eyes to education. Da, 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 da. So I just tweeted in there. It's like, Blackfish sits on a throne of lies. and so some chick gets on her and says, so, do you, Vic, have expertise in these whales in captivity? So the cable guy gets on her and says, yeah, he kind of does. Because I work at SeaWorld and everything still. So I've worked with I got a lot of friends that are well trained.
You were defending. But isn't Twitter the place to foment and get into a fight with somebody? Isn't that the greatest thing ever? You could engage in hatred
there's
with people
a couple
you
of
don't
fights
know.
on there I've followed.
Twitter.
But the cable guy, apparently everybody at SeaWorld was following his
his rant?
Well, it wasn't even a rant. It was just
It was like a couple words.
It was just like it taking a jab at these. He would say SeaWorld's the best place, and then somebody would say, "Nah, man, they torture these animals, and which they do not." And so he would take these little jabs, and he was being factual. And these people were all of a sudden they started saying, "You and your fat wife."
What?
And like, what are you talking about my wife for? She's like 5'2" and 117 pounds, and she's smoking hot, and she is, by the way. Side note. And,
yes, she is.
And so they automatically, and that's what gets me about people arguing all the time. Like, if I have nothing better to say, I'm gonna start talking about your kids and your fat wife, or your dog has mange. And I'm like, we're not even talking about this stuff. We're talking about animals in captivity or not in captivity, and you want to bring it and make it personal.
This is when they know they're wrong, so they ain't got nothing else to talk about.
That's exactly right, and that's not just liberals. That's everybody. Everybody will do that. Yeah. If they have nothing else to do, they'll say, "Well, you're just an idiot." Like, is that the best you got?
Resort to name calling.
Exactly. Like, so we're back at the schoolyard into 4th grade.
Right.
Thank you. And your teacher has a wart on her nose. I'm like, well, you're a goober.
Wow.
And the teacher had that fixed.
Oh, she did?
No,
that's good. It's crab apple.
Yeah, man, it's crab apple. So, yeah, it was crazy. But it was funny. But I was talking about SeaWorld people the next night because I had to go to a going away dinner. Yeah. And they were like, man, the cable guy, you need to tell the cable guy how great he was. The cable guy. So I'm like, I'm not his secretary. Y'all tell him. But I did private messaging. I was like, man,
I think everybody here in Orlando misses him.
And I think to keep with the times, he's going to change his name to the Dish Satellite Guy.
It's going to be the internet guy.
I was a satellite guy.
Wi-Fi guy.
Larry the Wi-Fi guy.
Hey, this is Wi-Fi guy.
He's got some work to do. Because you got a lot of cord cutters out there with cable. So.
I know, it's crazy.
Larry the cable guy. So that was really him running phone cables and lines and stuff like that, right?
No, actually, he never even worked. He was a pig farmer.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And
where did you get the cable guy from?
It was a bit. Here's the thing: how that got started.
on the radio, right?
Yeah.
DIZ.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was,
yeah. Ron and Fez.
So,
Is that
somebody
right?
like that, yeah. But they were waiting for the guy was one of the guys was having his TV done and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were having the cable guy call in, but the cable guy couldn't call in. So he said, "Hey man, won't you call in and act like you're the cable guy?"
Right.
And so Larry calls in because at the time he was doing shows as Dan Whitney, which is his real name, you know, and Daniel Lawrence. So Larry is his real name, by the way. And so he was doing shows as Dan Whitney. He said, "Hey man, this is Larry the cable guy." And I'm here running some, and they just going off on that.
Yeah.
And they said they liked it so well, they started doing it every time. And Les McCurdy at McCurdy's Theater in Sarasota, Florida, was the first club to bill him as Larry the Cable Guy.
Huh. Yeah.
They put a sign that said, "Hey, come see Larry the Cable Guy."
Right. As heard on the radio.
And the lines were around the door, or around the block, and they were just standing around the door. And it was like tens of them.
And a couple years later, Jeff Foxworthy is the one that found him when they were doing the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
That's how he got his big stuff. But he was still making pretty good bank.
He was doing real good.
But the Get Her Done thing was heard on the radio because hey, Get Her Done.
What the hell is this, Russia?
Yeah, and then so he did that Get Her Done thing, and so some of the teams like the Diamondbacks out in Arizona. They picked up on it, and that was their motto for a year, was to get her done. Let's get her done. And so they picked up on it because they'd be here doing spring training. They hear it, you know. And then he was in the mall, and some kids are like, "Hey, let's get her done." And so he went up to these kids, "Hey, man, where'd y'all hear that at?" And they said, "Oh, this guy, Larry the Cable Guy on the radio, he's been saying get her done." And said, "That's pretty cool, you know." He says, "You know what? That's really me." "No, it's not you." And he's like, "Get her done." No, sound anything like him. And so it was the funniest thing. So it was, but Get Her Done, which is nothing.
Are you writing like a biopic? You doing a biopic on
Larry? No,
Vic Clevenger with Masterpiece Comedian.
I just when I like somebody,
you know about
I
them.
learn them.
Well, you understand their trajectory, maybe
and,
how they got
and that's
there.
how you. If you find somebody that's your hero, or somebody you emulate, or somebody you like,
right?
You want to, especially if you're in their field, you want to learn,
understand what
right.
If you want
to learn something about success, you learn. Right. You learn from successful people. If you're into computers, then you're going to read books on Steve Jobs and the Microsoft guy and
right.
So if you're in radio, if you're a DJ, then you're going to start looking at Wolfman Jack and Casey Kasem.
Not those guys.
Oh yeah, well,
I used to listen to Casey Kasem all the time.
Wolfman Jack, hey, coming at you live.
But those were
and Dick Clark.
It sounds like that voice hurt him though.
Yeah, but that was his natural voice. You ever see him in American Graffiti?
Wolfman Jack.
But that was. But those are the guys. If you're becoming a DJ, you want to emulate successful DJs.
Right.
If you want to be a talk show host, you go look at Carson, you look at Letterman, you look at Leno, you look at the guy that you just mentioned a while ago,
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Stern. Stern. He's a talk show. He's a talk show host. That's all he is. And he's a DJ kind of thing, but that's all he is a talk show. He brings people in, talks to them.
Right. But anytime anybody's doing anything now, the whole landscape and territory have completely changed. So to say, you have to take this specific path, it's not going to be that way because times have changed.
Exactly.
And now the paths are different.
Exactly.
Right?
But those guys are the basis for whatever you want to do. Like if you're a DJ, even if you're doing a podcast, if you're a DJ and you want to be the best at it, you're going to look at different people in your field and pick up. All right, how were they successful? Not so much emulate who they are,
right?
But what made them successful? What made Casey Kasem the name in DJs?
Hey, I don't know. You had that countdown. It was comforting, right? It was
what had the what made Wolfman Jack? What makes Howard Stern? So you look at when you're getting into these different areas. What makes the Foxworthy? What makes
I think
Cable
it's
Guy?
the Fox with
it
him.
Could be. But you start looking at these different people and say, what made them successful? They found Foxworthy found his niche, which was
you might be a redneck. That was his favorite. That was his famous thing.
Well, yeah, and he picked that up just because people were making fun of him in Michigan.
Yeah.
So. So he sat in his hotel room and wrote the top 10 things on how to tell you're a redneck. And so he wrote them down, and he did that, and it killed.
Yeah.
So he started writing more of them. And now his wife has it on like a little bar napkin piece of paper that's faded and stained, hanging in a frame, a shadow box, beside their door at their house.
I got a calendar for Christmas one year. 365 days of You Might Be a Redneck, and each day was different.
But you find your thing, so you find out how
If
you're
you
going to be
bought
successful.
this calendar,
Yeah, that's 365. That's on January 31st.
That's the first one.
If you bought this calendar, you might be a redneck,
Right.
and now poor. And
January 2nd.
yeah, so it's you find out who you want to be. So
Speaking of Howard Stern, do you realize how much money he's made now since he's left FM radio and went to? I think he simulcasts Sirius now, but he's actually doing podcasting and internet hosting now.
Yeah,
he's made a buttload more money, he said, than what he did when he was with NBC.
he claims to be the one to save satellite radio.
Yeah,
because when he left CBS,
Paula Dean did the same thing.
And Paula Dean's on Web TV now. She's got her own.
Yep, and she's made a buttload of money.
You can go to her house. She films her TV show at her house. And this show that I'm doing last night, that's a web TV show.
Oh, that's good.
So
isn't that still what's his name's Dallas Mavericks owner?
I don't know.
Dallas.
See, we're getting.
Oh yeah. You're getting into racism.
Mark
now.
Cuban.
Yeah.
No, Mark Cuban. Isn't that his web
Oh,
TV? Wasn't that his
you're talking
investment
about from
or
the Shark
company?
Tank.
Yeah. Mark
Oh
Cuban.
yeah. It could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, if you think about it, we're getting our foot into the right spot and right time because this. I totally believe that FM radio will be the thing of the past in the next 10 years.
Well, I think you're going to have internet radio in your car,
right,
in the next 10 years, easily.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, you got satellite radio. That's great. That's one thing. But I'll tell you what, I love satellite radio. But I go under a damn little overpass. It goes out.
Yeah, it's expensive too.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I mean, I've got it in
same?
my truck.
Yeah.
I pay for it. I like it because it gets rid of all the commercials and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
The thing, but they've already got the Wi-Fi the Chevy Colorado.
Yeah.
2015 cars are Wi-Fi enabled now.
Yeah.
I think there's a whole host of them that are.
Yeah, there's like you can now get Wi-Fi. So now you can do it in your car. Now.
You could be listening to this show
while you're
car.
driving.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Or just some people download the show and then plug their phone into their console and listen to the audio
and I'm not
content
sure.
there. So.
I'm not sure how far. I mean,
Simple,
here I am.
easy.
We're broadcasting. Turns this into a podcast. I'm not sure how far the podcast goes.
What?
Where web TV picks up. So there's where people are now. So like my daughter, she's got a Netflix subscription. I got a 56-inch television in my house, high definition, just the works and everything. My daughter will go and watch Netflix on her 17-inch laptop.
Tiny, yeah.
And so you're going to find these things like whether the podcast or the web TV. So people, this next generation are cluing in on the portability of television.
Well, everything's
and
on
radio.
demand, so it's like, listen, I don't have to go by the schedule of this show's on this time or whatever. It can be.
Well, it's all about
recorded.
convenience. It's all about convenience.
Or
everything is about convenience.
Even
nowadays.
buy the whole season.
Yeah,
it is. It is time to go to web TV, and that is what I was excited about. That eventually we're going to turn this show into a maybe not a web TV, but a YouTube channel. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Of broadcasting it where they just sit and watch
like a Rick and Bubba show.
Kind of, but that there again, you go back to Don Imus did it.
Yep.
Stern did
it.
When he was on CBS, you could watch it late night. You could watch like a 30-minute Howard Stern show with them just sitting around talking like we're sitting here talking now. Don Imus, he does it, and he still does it.
Yeah,
he still broadcasted on TV. Doing his syndicated web show or whatever. So.
All right, so now we got the idea, folks. We need some sponsors. Anybody want to pitch in $1, a nickel, a dime? Here,
No. We're going for big sponsors. We're looking
for
like
10, all right. We need $5 and
$10. But anyway, so we're going to get on out here. We got things to do. I got some barbecue to make. Go to Jason Reynolds and Reynolds Automotive. He's a sponsor. We're going to be on his race car for Grits and Gravy, and he's even going to put my logo on his car. And so Jason Reynolds Automotive, and also go to Bubbalous, and especially Bubbalous out at Alafaya. That's doing a big
this
thing
Sunday,
on this Sunday.
That's right.
But are the official, the oldest, the one that we go to, the one that this place was birthed and conceived in a back booth at the at Bubbalous on Lee Road. So go see Boo And Bubbaloo's over and tell him Grits and Gravy sent you over. You want some good barbecue. Don't forget to come see me at my house tomorrow. I'm cooking some barbecue. $10 donation. You get a plate.
Really?
And, yeah, I'm going
You're inviting people to your house?
Yeah.
Come on over. It's a barbecue.
How long does it take you?
To cook what? Barbecue?
Were you smoking a butt, or what are you doing?
I'm smoking butt, loin, ribs. I'm doing it all, man.
Oh, you're doing the whole half side.
I'm doing.
You're gonna have a
I'm
restaurant.
doing it all tonight.
Okay.
And I'm cooking all of it tonight to a certain point, and then I'm gonna finish it up in the morning, chop it up, and then the barbecue starts from 12 to 6. If you want to come and donate to my daughter.
It's real. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a real thing, man. So come on out, and so you can do that. Go see our boy Big Country on. Name your podcast again.
It's
Tailgate.
Sitting on a Tailgate.
Sitting on a Tailgate.
Wednesday
with Big Country.
nights.
Wednesday nights.
8
o'clock to 8:30.
Yeah, you had to put this at 8:30, didn't you?
I don't know.
To 8 o'clock.
I need a sidekick.
8:05.
Somebody help me.
Somebody help
But
him.
hey, go see and listen.
Help him,
check out
please.
Big Country. If y'all need any DJ work, holler him up.
Weddings,
And,
divorces, bar mitzvahs,
barbecues.
Barbecue. You never called me.
Well, I don't want you.
GritsandGravyPodcast.com is our website. You can communicate with us there through Facebook.
Yeah, we can get you hooked up with anybody you hear on our show.
Next
AJ,
week,
all of them.
Next week, I got this guy. He's a Canadian rodeo announcer, and he
All right, very cool.
also does comedy.
All right. That'd be awesome. He's coming in?
He's going to be calling in.
Oh, calling in.
Yeah, we're going to get him to call in next week. So,
who's he rodeo with?
It's one of the. I'd have to tell you off the air. I don't know. I forget.
World, JB?
I got a little.
Where's your notebook, man?
I got a little monkey nuts queued up,
right.
and then it's AJ and Evolution, a liquor store. Never let me go down. So thanks for tuning in to Grits and Gravy,
And we will
thank you, Big Country, for sitting in.
No
Thank you,
problem.
Vic, for
We'll
being
be
here.
back here next Friday. Next Friday, Good Friday.
Bubba-
Not only
we
did
should
the
have
Lord
Bubba call
die
in.
for our sins, but we're going to have a Grits and Gravy show next week.
Are
So
we?
Come on up. You
Yeah.
said next week, guys calling
okay.
in. So I
He's
guess
calling
we have
in.
to.
But aren't we doing it? Are you going to be here?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I
Grits.
didn't
It's
know.
Good Friday weekend, man.
Oh,
be
it
here.
is?
Yeah, it's Easter
He
weekend.
just
I'll
said
be
we were
here.
going to have a show.
We're going to have a show. I said the Lord Jesus died for our sins on Good Friday, and we're going to have a show, which makes it Good Friday-er.
I've been practicing.
It's Gooder Friday. So, all right, we're out of here, y'all.
Your cooter
Bye.
flaps when I was pulling you down.
my
Well, some bitch, pile of monkey nuts, goddamn. I can pull down a goddamn house, Savannah, you can shut your goddamn mouth. Oh, some bitch, pile of monkey nuts, goddamn. Blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Pull that bitch down in the mud. Yeah! Hold tight, food like a sack, I can pull my muff. Hold tight, food like a sack, I can pull my muff. Oh, well, some bitch, pile of monkey nuts, goddamn. Savannah's dead bad cause I beat her up. Push mud up her in her cooter cut. Well, some bitch, oh damn, some bitch, pile of monkey nuts, goddamn. Hell crap, goddamn bitch, horse slut, got clear channel mud stuck in your butt. Well, don't hate me cause I beat you. I beat you in a tug of war bout. Well, that ought to finally goddamn teach you to shut your goddamn mouth. Yes, I said shut your goddamn mouth. Well, some bitch, pile of monkey nuts, goddamn. I made a fool out of you, got rope burns all over your boob. Well, some bitch, pile of monkey nuts, goddamn. I don't care what you think. Paul Wilson is still the goddamn king. So shut your goddamn. Well, some bitch, mouth, shut your goddamn mouth, bitch. Yeah!
Never let me go, no. You never let me go down. Never let me go, no. Never let me go down no more. Said you never let me go downtown for you, baby. Down to that liquor store no more. I need a little I need a liquor so bad. Oh, I need a liquor, yeah. Oh, I need a liquor so bad. Need a liquor so bad. Oh, my, need a last drink this poor boy ever gonna have. Hold on. You know I'm thirsty, baby. You know I love you, baby, but you know I need you too, yeah. 'Cause when I say I love you, baby, well, it's pretty cliche to say I need you too. And if you don't let me go downtown for you tonight, darling, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, yeah. You know I'm thirsty, and I'm saying you never let me go, no, you never let